So, we, Cosmic Love and Symphonic Love, are on the 14th day, perhaps, something like that, even though time isn't real and doesn't exist, of a beautiful water fast. And there is a lot of mana in the waters of Kauai. We're on the beautiful island of Mu. Through this Lion's Gate window, which isn't real and doesn't exist. Nothing is real. Nothing is real and nothing exists. And that's the great joy of this miracle coordinate in time, is full creational power and getting clear on what we choose to create. So we are transcending out of a world of form as we know it, called 3D, which had the spirit bound to the form. And we are moving into new waves of creation that allow spirit to move in and out of form, the remembrance of our sovereign birthright to move in and out of form at will, when, where, and how we choose. And that is the light body activating within. And so we may all be discovering that our bodies don't require what we thought they needed before, and many of we are making choices to come completely back to the form and the reckoning of inner union and holistic inside of the self, recognizing that we are everything. We are all of our beautiful creation, and we are the magnificent creator ourselves. We really, every time we say ourselves these days, we see both selves as in S-E-L-V-E-S and selves as in C-E-L-L-S. Ourselves and ourselves. So we're coming into a divine and mystical communion with ourselves, the cellular nature of our bodies and our beautiful DNA, and moving our consciousness into other realms and capacities that reside inside of our physical body forms, our body vehicles, our light ships that we have inhabited for so long. And it's just like a maze. If we were to pour water into a maze and then let the water sit inside of the maze wherever it flowed, if we were to suddenly close certain avenues or doorways inside of the maze and open other doorways inside of the maze, the water would transform in its flow. It would move through the open doorways into new terrain. And that is exactly what is occurring inside of the mitochondria of our DNA. If we have done the work inside of the body vehicle to unify the heart-mind, we are now at the precipice or beyond the precipice of our human capacity to move in and out of form. And when we say move in and out of form, we mean the capacity to reorganize the adamantine particles of creation around us, to transcend the bonds of form as they appear to look or feel through the senses of the human 3D and in two-strand DNA. So we are moving our consciousness into a triple spiral of creation called the trinary helix, or the trinitization of love, various ways of referring to it, and these are all core cosmic principles of creation of the spirit in the form. So our role in 3D was to develop a relationship between spirit and form, to discover what it means to unify a spirit with a form, and the way to transcend the bondage of the spirit inside of a form, locked inside of time and space, is to develop a loving, unified relationship between that spirit and form. And that's what we worked through in our experiences in two-strand DNA to arrive at this holistic and sovereign, beautiful place. And now we begin to play in a new and unique way that the consciousness may remember, or it may feel completely unique. And we are inside a coordinate called the 8-8 Lion's Gate. So as we transcend our belief in time, and as we transcend our attachment to the form, which is why we have been taken through the process of release of what we believe to be form, taken through the process of releasing our attachment to the form, all of the forms of our pre-existing world. We now have the true capacity to play and to truly create our life at will, in alignment with what we call divine will, which is really the core cosmic principles of creation. So there is no external wrathful being to judge us. We are simply spirit in time and space and beyond it. Let's change the word time simply to a coordinate, rather than our relationship to what is known as time, which has a linear quality of pasts and presents and futures and alternate dimensions, and time really in that component just divides up the vast and undividable quality of space. But time is a concept of mind, a construct of mind that allows for experiences and coordinates in space, so we prefer to use the word coordinate rather than time. When we are the center of our universe, we have access to all coordinates, infinite coordinates, in space and beyond. So, as we are at the ponderance of what it is that we really wish to create, we have the great and vast potential to take incredible quantum leaps. So our mind was very programmed to believe that creation had to do with material things, and creating in 3D required a hammer and a nail and a pen and a paper and so on. And yet we say, are we not the greatest creation already in existence? How fun would it be to create a golden apple in the palm of the hand just through thought? Magnificent. Or to create the most delectable vegan banana chocolate, cacao, strawberry, hazelnut ice cream in the form, just by thinking about it, and yum yum, here it is. So good. Yum. So fun. So fun. How does that ice cream taste? Oh my goodness. Well, it's so delicious and creamy. It's just got the perfect texture in my mouth. It's smooth and it's cool. It's chilled. But it's slightly melted for all of the flavors to flow out into my mouth, and it's that perfect mix of chocolate, like when chocolate is just so right. It's velvety. Hard to describe, but I can really taste it. And the beautiful bananas inside are the perfect sweetener. And strawberries, oh my gosh. Somebody made a strawberry coulis and mixed it in, stirred it in wild strawberries from Alberta, Canada. Those tiny little ones that grow in the forest. Under the trees, the sweetest little strawberries of the fairy realms, blessed with so much sweetness and purity. And what is that taste of a strawberry? It's so fruity and sweet and juicy. You can taste the color of a strawberry in your mouth. It's rosy, delicious. It's like the most magical fruit of all, a natural wild strawberry. So they are mixed in, and the freshest hazelnuts, chopped. Not too thin, they're still quite crunchy for a really good crunch in the vegan. Chocolate. Let's put some cacao nibs in there also for a little more crunch. So, We could go on, and we probably will. The point being is, this is how we create the most beautiful love creations. Is when we imagine it. Just lie here and imagine it. And feel the wonder inside. Smile on the face and go into the imagination. This is dream miracle coordinate for all of we to create. No borders, no boundaries, no taxes, no passports, and most of all, unless we really love swinging a hammer and a nail, why don't we just create vistas and sanctuaries in our beautiful imaginative heart mind, and then instead of having to deal with all those things in 3D that would have required to create and build a sanctuary, agents and banking and middlemen and all those things, why don't we just create the sanctuary inside and really focus on it and supercharge it with our divine, miraculous love, cosmic love within us. Fill it with our most beautiful expressions of friends and nature and spaciousness and celebration. See all of the aspects going on in the sanctuary that light us up, sipping rose tea and holding hands with our beloveds, twin rays, in form, stroking each other's skin gently, lightly, looking up at the stars, sipping rose tea, eating warm vegan peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, big chunks of yummy chocolate, directly from the oven, warm. They're still kind of falling apart, and the aroma of a peanut butter chocolate chip cookie, my goodness, so profound. And the point being, in the miracle coordinate of now, that as a collective consciousness, we are in the miracle of quantum leap. So really tuning into what it is we want to create. And not bringing forth that creation through linear belief of what is required. Is staying focused on what we know is possible, which is our capacity to move in and out of form or miracles and space. Why go the hard way when it's so much easier than we might have believed in 3D? Because 3D is dismantled and dismantling every time we dream, every time we imagine, and go deeply into that place to create and fill it with delicious, yummy details of what we want to create and what we want to experience. And let those details, while we are pondering and opening to them, fill the body of our love with the vibration to align us together with our dreams, our imaginings, our visions, our creations. Because we experience them through the body of our love by loving our imaginings so much. So much. So enjoy filling the picture with all of the details of the things that we love, really lighting us up. And if we have big dreams and big imaginings that maybe seem too large to dream, just start with a simple, warm, vegan, peanut butter, chocolate chunk cookie coming directly out of the oven and being handed to us. Just practice imagining something simple that we can see and taste and smell. And keep going and keep dreaming, keep imagining in the body of our love. Because this is truly our birthright, little birdie is agreeing. To create from our body of love, our vehicle, gifted to us through source creation, the body of our love, the capacities are now unlocking within us. So play in this creation in the body of our love. And all of our creation, co-creation, collaboration become very unified, because there's really only one source consciousness that is dreaming through all of us inside. Allow source to dream through us and show us our infinite potential and our infinite possibilities. This is the coming into alignment with our original source of love, benevolent creation, the source that gives us life in the body of our love. It's a self-love, self-generating process of creativity and imagination. The truly divine beings that we are.